So whenever I started searching for jobs that actually pay you over $100 per month, you know for a fact that a lot of those jobs are basically like doctors and lawyers and jobs that require you to go into massive student loan debt. So I said to myself, well, what if instead of looking for jobs that make you $100 per hour, I look for jobs that can make you $100 per hour, but not necessarily like every single hour of the day for like a whole year, all right? That's like a salary type thing. So I decided to actually look for skills that you can actually do as jobs that can actually make you $100 per hour or even more money when you actually calculate that some jobs don't actually take you an hour to actually accomplish and to actually do. You know, when I was making minimum wage back in the day, it was around like $8.25, something like that. If I could make $100 in an hour, I would basically just work for 1 hour or 2 hours a day and not worry about money whatsoever for like the rest of the day, okay? So it's not like you actually need to make $100 for 8 hours, $800. That's around, what is it like? That's around $208,000 a year, if I'm not mistaken. It's a lot of money, okay? So a lot of jobs don't pay you that much money, and most of those jobs are like, you know, like doctor stuff, lawyer stuff, software engineer stuff, and you will see some of that in this video, but for the most part, you'll see jobs you're actually able to kind of just do for like an hour, make $100, and basically just chill for a while, then do it again, and then make some more money and so on, okay? So that's the goal of this video. It's not really just, for example, salary jobs in reality, all right? Now, as always, guys, like this video on top, also subscribe, hit the bell to get notified. It helps a lot with the channel, and I appreciate it a ton. Now, the very first job, in a sense, is like being a real estate agent, okay? You get your license, and you're actually able to go out there and make some good money. For example, where I'm staying right now, between the real estate agent and the lawyer actually doing the contract for like a rental, like they actually split 1 month's rent. So imagine you go show somebody an apartment they're actually going to rent. You spend like 30-40 minutes showing it to them, and then they basically go ahead and take the apartment, and you make like $200-300 right there. I mean, you just made over $100 in 1 hour. Now obviously you're showing a lot more than one apartment because you're not really that lucky, and whenever you're going to sell a house, you're showing a lot more than one house to one person, and you're spending gas, time, and money and all that stuff, okay? But in reality, it's a job where you're actually able to earn good money, not really requiring you to work 8 hours a day, and you're actually able to, once you break it down into what the deal actually makes you versus the time you actually put into it, to actually be able to make around $100 an hour or potentially even more. Like, I have a person, he's trying to sell my house right now, and his commission, if I'm not mistaken, let me do some simple math here.
2 + 2 is 4, -1, that's 3, quick maths.
Because I always like doing math, and I have a calculator back here. I'm a weird like that, okay? But he's gonna be making around like $5,400 from this deal, okay? And if you break it down, okay, that's a lot of money, honestly. And even if he splits this with like somebody else, well, divided by 2, that's like, well, I'm talking about 3% for him, by the way, but I'm talking about like $2,700, all right? That's a good amount of money. Now, if he's breaking it down to, yeah, he spent money on gas, showing the house and this and that, but like, there's no way he's gonna spend more than like, let's say more than 20 hours on this house, right? So you break it down 20, it's like $135 an hour, okay? It's good money, and that's the point I'm trying to make. Number 2, plumbers. Plumbers make a bunch of money, and not just money to fix things, money to actually just come to the house and see what's actually wrong, okay? Per visit, they will charge you sometimes $50 to even $100 or $75 per hour. Now, if you actually get the job and you actually fix whatever needs fixing, you can make some good money also. And by the way, depending on the expertise of the plumber, you're actually able to make more money. One thing I regret is that I didn't have the plumber working on my house. I wasn't paying him on an hourly basis. I should have done that. I was actually paying him on a per job basis, and this guy was super efficient. He was just like, all right, this is what, all right, 30-40 minutes is done. He has to fix this, 2 hours is done, okay? And that would have been a lot less expensive than paying him, for example, like $200-300 per job and so on, okay? Because plumbers, you might think it's like a whatever job, but they make good money. And I know you're gonna see like online, like salaries like 50K, 60K, but when you're actually getting into it and you're actually doing individual jobs, you're actually able to earn some good money. Number 3, software engineer at Google. My friend works there. and he makes over 200K a year, which is good money. But even at the top level, your base salary can actually rise to above $300,000, and it is good money. Now, this takes you from I'll tell you the way my friend did it. Okay, he got a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering, and then he got like a master's degree in software engineering, I think it was. And then he actually started working at IBM, which paid him like 75K to like 90K, and then he went from there to Google, and his salary just went all the way up. My point is, don't expect to get paid that money out as soon as you get out of college, or you take like a class certificate, whatever. But expect that as you go on and get different jobs, you can earn a good amount of money. By the way, it's not easy money. It takes a lot of work, and I see my friend, he works very hard. Now, number 4 is IT audit. Okay, so with IT audit, you can basically it's again, you're gonna see a lot of software engineering type jobs, type things. Okay, but they pay around $106,000 an hour. But you also can climb the corporate ladder and actually make more money. Again, it's good money. You're able to earn a lot, but you're also able to use these jobs to perform several tasks out there to earn yourself some good money once you break it down. Now, number 5 is going to be a franchise owner. I was surprised when I saw that some people own a franchise, they make like 25K a year. I was like, that's kind of crazy, kind of insane. But yeah, that's like that's like when you take into account average and so on. But you're actually able to earn some good money once you break it down. If you have multiple franchises, and by the way, don't get stuck in the idea that the only franchises that exist are basically like fast food places. No, other franchises actually exist out there, and if you actually do those, you're actually able to earn some good money. So look into fast food. What, this is, there's like this fly here, bro. Oh my goodness. You're actually able to earn some good money. Now, number 6 is going to be an investment banker. This is where we actually get into a lot of those job type things. Okay, but investment banker can basically make anywhere from 150 to 200K a year. And if you actually go into the senior level, you can make a lot more money. An associate can make anywhere from $250 to $450,000. It is a lot of money. But I also read, when I was actually reading The Psychology of Money, the guy said his dream was to actually be an investment banker. He had like an internship. He lasted like 2 months. Like the work was just like so overwhelming. Like the work, even the weekends, it's like a lot of work. So also consider, when you're looking at these jobs, consider the amount of hours you're going to be putting in. Okay, because you can make $100 per hour, but if your life is miserable, then what is the point? Okay. Now, number 7 is going to be a wedding photographer. When I did weddings before, yeah, I was a photographer at one point. When I did weddings before, I would charge, like, for example, $500, $700, but the wedding event would be like 2-3 hours, okay? And then that's basically it. Now, if you're actually going to be doing, for example, you're doing the wedding photography, you're also taking the videography, you're also doing like the editing and all that post work, the answer is obviously you're going to need to charge a lot more money to be able to justify that $100 per job type thing, okay, which is decent. But then again, you almost don't have like back-to-back weddings all the time unless you're like super like well known and asked for. Okay, now number 8 is going to be a truck driver. What I love about this job is that you're able to start working and make like 5K, 10K per month. But then after that, you're actually able to buy your own truck, and you're actually able to have somebody else come in, work your truck, make some money, and you split the bill with them halfway. And that way they make some good money, but then you also make money passively. It's also a good way to actually do it. By the way, as you watch this video, check the description down below because I have a little more details to each job, so this way you can actually get a better idea. Now, number 9 is going to be, yeah, dentist. Dentists make an average around $219,000. It is a lot of money, but it's also a lot of schooling. So take that into account. That's why I say, okay, you have jobs that earn you a lot, but take on a lot of schooling and can lead to a lot of student loan debt. So if I were to kind of like walk this road of being a dentist, I would probably become a hygienist first, because you can actually do that like debt free, and then you can basically make like 70K per year. I will live a 25K per year lifestyle for like 5 years. Then I'll have the money to go to like med school and basically just like get my whole degree without any debt whatsoever. But then that's like the long road, right? Most people just want money. Most people just want to get to the goal faster without the pains, and that's not in my interest, because in reality you will get into a bunch of debt, and that's not what I want personally. Now, number 10 is going to be an accounting director. and they make around $175,000. Surprisingly, this is actually the job that I actually wanted when I was in college, and I wanted to do accounting, and I graduated with a bachelor's degree in accounting. At the time, I actually wanted to do like become an accounting director until I realized like I don't really like accounting that much. Okay, but overall, I did use accounting for like my personal business, which is great. But accounting is like, again, like you will not be making $100 an hour for jobs that are simple to do or anyone can do it. Okay, usually that does not happen. You will get people trying to sell you on these things like, I got a course for you and you can make $100 per hour, but they're the ones making $100 per hour from you every time you buy their course. By the way, I also have a course and the link is down below, and I'm not offering you to make $100 per hour, but I'm telling you how to get financial freedom step by step, and it's a pretty good course. If you actually want it, the link is down below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified. Comment down below other jobs that I think about. By the way, mechanics. Oh my god, I almost forgot them. They make a lot of money. They make around $75 per hour. Some mechanics, depending on the type of like complexity of the job. But if you're actually just doing like, for example, a job, you're able to charge good money, okay? And they make good money. But again, mechanics, it's not a simple job, okay? So again, don't expect easy jobs to make you good money. It usually does not happen like that, okay? Thanks for watching, guys. As always, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified. Up here is another video. Over here is my face. Subscribe, and as always, long-term team officially out.